So here's Sneako. All right.
Put your life force into a sock? Yeah, you deserve to be publicly executed. Yes. What are we talking about?
Poor choice of words. It's ironic choice of words. About what's to happen.
Oh,
he took him down with the judo throw.
It actually broke
buddy.
his tooth. His tooth was split.
He said that if you masturbate, you deserve to be publicly executed.
Wait, is that what he said?
Then yeah, he said if you shoot your life force into a sock, you deserve to be publicly executed.
Oh, crap.
And then, like, after calling for public executions, he gets assaulted in public. Like, there's some sort of cosmic irony to that, buddy.
It's actually pretty Kino.
And well, this guy apparently wasn't even like a hater. He was just some random schizo on the street.
It was just, you want to see the guy?
According to Sneako, it was some random homeless schizo just attacked him for no reason.
What are we talking about?
Bro, no takedown defense from Sneako, bro. He got just mounted immediately.
Clyde Overdrive for a sub. Zeno Star Empire for a sub. 30 Coin Clipper for a sub. Sedge Death 003 for a sub. Thank you, everyone, for the subs. All right, that was fun.
All right, now it's time for the Styx, Hex, and Hammer segment. Let's go! Styx is blind. He can't see anymore. Let's go! He says, LOL, I accidentally mixed up two video titles this morning because I'm slowly going blind. Let's go! He's going blind. He's suffering immense. I mean, of course he's fibbing and he's not actually going blind, but wouldn't it be great if he actually was?
I think he's seeing double now to the point where it's like permanent. So he thinks he's going blind.
Yeah, he's just drunk is actually what's going on. But it's like this guy's grift is so shameless. So now Styx puts out this whole video. So somebody was raising all of this money for Tarl. Saying that he needed it because he's struggling and he's an alcoholic and he's on the run from the law.
Sure.
Well, Tarl made a whole video saying he won't accept the money.
What?
And he doesn't take charity, even though he literally lives off of the charity of others and lives off of the charity of a woman's parents. So for those of you who don't know, because a lot of you are new viewers, this is Tarl Warwick. Styx, Hex, and Hammer 666. A lot of you may recognize him if you're Quartering haters from the fact that he was one of Quartering's employees at the Quartercast for a period of time. And basically what happened is Styx got drunk out of his mind. Well, first of all, Styx was married, right? So just to give you guys the full refresher, the full college course on what's going on, Styx was married to this super hot Dutch woman that he had a daughter with. He basically had it made in the shade. He was making 6 figures a year, giving his political takes, worshiping Donald Trump. He had a really hot wife and he had a kid and everything was going really good for him. Then he just decided to become an alcoholic and a pirate and throw it all away. So he cheated on his wife with Sam, this degenerate, horrible woman. It's a long story. And basically what happened is he got drunk in a hotel room with Sam. First of all, he groped Sam on a live stream and everybody's like, aren't you married? That was the night of the election, by the way,
it was,
the 2024 election. He groped this woman who wasn't his wife on live stream. Then shortly afterwards, he was arrested in a hotel room on domestic battery charges because he threw a phone at her and she was bleeding and blah, blah, blah. So he was convicted of those charges of domestic violence, and he ended up going on probation for that. He had to do anger management classes and counseling, etc. And the conditions of that probation was that he wasn't supposed to contact Samantha. Not only did he contact this woman who put him in jail, he paid the rent of this woman who put him in jail for months. He was
brilliant, genius, smart.
He was paying her rent. And then he also negligently discharged a firearm at her after threatening to kill her and then pointed the gun at himself So after he stopped paying her rent because he went broke because he was an alcoholic spiraling and pretending to be a pirate, she went to the cops and complained and got him arrested again. And there was another woman involved, Nikki, that knocked his teeth out of his head, and he only has one tooth left in his head. And now there's warrants out for his arrest in both Louisiana and Vermont for violating his probation. Vermont also is trying to put him in jail for, I think, 19 years, or it's like 16 and a half years, actually, I think. 16 and a half years for negligent discharge of a firearm and attempted murder and all this crazy shit. So he fled to New York, where he's now with a mentally disabled woman whose parents pay her rent. And he's sleeping on this mentally disabled woman's couch. And he like films, like, look at how fucked this is. Look at this situation. So this is what's happened to Styx, Hex, and Hammer. And people tried to raise money to help him, but he's saying he won't accept their charity, even though he literally is a charity case. Shy Stein for 10 subs!
Big support. What's up, Shy Stein? Thank you so much, bro. Great, overview on the whole situation. So let's continue. Here we go.
I would ask.
This, by the way, guys, I know Ashton needs to explain it really quick, but it's been one of the most degenerate stories we've been following for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
That any funds that have been raised for me are not given to me, but rather are given to somebody who needs it more than myself.
Well, who would that be? A literal homeless crackhead in the gutter? Bro, you have no teeth in your head. Like, you're dressed as a pirate and you can't even film the video properly. Like, look at this. Like, half of the screen is covered up, but I don't know what that is. A book that's like obscuring it, a piece of paper.
Is it falling behind a desk or something? Or a TV
something like this? Like, this is bad. Maybe the money could go to your kid. I don't know.
Is that a garbage can like sitting on the bed?
I'm glad he's not going to get this money.
Oh, yeah.
Really need it. Like, you're completely homeless. You don't even have a tarpaulin over your head. You're subsisting on whatever.
Wait, what? A homeless guy is giving?
Whatever you can scavenge from the trash. I do not believe in withdrawing charity from a person in that condition.
Wait. So the only guy willing to give him money is a homeless guy living in a tent?
Basically. That's a sad state of affairs.
Wait, what the fuck? So it's not like he has like anything against like charity or donations. It's the guy is literally homeless.
But I'm clearly not in that condition now, am I?
You kind of misunderstood, but I'm going to roll with it.
Roll with it. Roll with it.
That's what's going on.
He's not saying that. I'm saying it's that.
I'm properly dressed. I don't deserve the charity.
That's right. You don't deserve it. You're a bum.
Very close to the edge of switching to vegetarianism. People seem to be concerned about.
He can't chew the meat. That's
why. Somebody asked why one glove. He thinks that he's Michael Jackson or something. Like, no, actually, I know why. I actually know why he wears the glove. The reason he wears the glove is because he's been cutting himself on that hand. So he does. So there's pictures out there. He's all these horrible cuts on his leg from self-harm, but also from doing blood magic rituals. So he's got all of these cuts all over his hand and his one hand, and that's why he wears that glove.
About me. You don't need to be concerned about me. I'm a Warwick. Or Warwick, or Vervik, or...
It turned out that his father, Ed, was actually like convicted of breaking into women's homes, elderly women's homes, to sexually assault them. Yes. I'm not kidding.
No, we found the article.
We found like a 40-year-old newspaper article from Vermont that says that his father is like actually a convicted diddler.
I'm a
Warwick. Crazy.
Whoa, hey. Whoa.
However you want to pronounce it. We are fighters. You can do super chats.
Of women.
Yeah, you fight women.
If you're watching my videos on Rumble, I'm getting ad revenue a little bit. It's not a huge amount.
It's nothing.
But
Bro, he's not getting any views. Like, it's been a long time since he broke 10,000 views on YouTube. Most of his views now, like 3,000, 4,000 views.
Man.
And he used to have 500,000 subscribers. I say used to because now he's fallen to like 492,000 or something like that.
Another 10,000 since we.
Every day, more people unsubscribe, and he hasn't managed to post anything in a week. So,
Well, better than Ralph, though.
yeah, and recently he told everybody he had a stroke, and that's why he couldn't attend court. And of course, that was a lie.
Beyond
And now
the
he
lie,
says
dude.
because of the stroke, he's going blind, which is also a lie.
Based.
revenue as well there. I'm producing something. I made a video. I edited a book. I wrote a book. I'm writing one right now.
Listen, if you write on a napkin, are you now a short story?
You know what I mean? Bro, this book that he claims to have written is called Nutty Norman, and it's about a guy that fucks chickens. I'm not kidding. Like he wrote a book that's on the level of like below an edgy middle schooler, where it's just about a guy who has sex with animals and cuts their heads off. Like, I'm not kidding.
And in fact, I'm going to be writing on it later, although my
Yeah,
eyesight's
Scrody
so
McBooger
bad.
balls.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to do that. I would
God,
prefer
I
that
hope
you
his
take
eyesight's gone.
Let's
Him. Him.
He has to lose it all.
anything
He already
that has
has.
been
Yeah.
donated and give it to someone who is worse off than me. Just take the money.
Who is
And give
worse off than you at this point,
Just
bro?
flush it at this
You're
point.
you're on the run from the law, bro. You dress as a pirate every day, and you live with a mental like. You know,
To some hobos or something like that.
that's just the only
if you have
idea he can
raised
think
any-
of somebody who's worse off than him is literally a hobo living under a bridge, and he's right. He's right. He's just one step above the hobo under the bridge.
He's a hobo that found someone's like couch to crash on. That's what he is.
Oh man.
money for me. Please do not give it to me.
Don't give him any money.
Don't. Ever.
So now so this is about I think the 20th time he's made this video. This video was entitled "He Doesn't Care Anymore. He Doesn't Give a So I know this sounds like a repeat for people who've been following these Styx segments, but I assure you this is actually the 15th or 20th time now that he's made this video where he says he no longer gives a which is making me think he actually does give a and he's just coping really, really hard.
Okay. Whoa. I feel it's going to be very loud. Hang on.
All right, everyone.
Thank God I lowered it. Oh my God.
Yeah, well, I had to crank it because the volume on his videos is so low because his recording setup is so scuffed
Buddy.
that you have to crank it 12 decibels.
Is the camera slowly falling behind the desk every video?
You know,
like it's gonna
Like it's like, even more of the frame is obscured.
yeah, you know.
It's a downward spiral, much like his life.
time for a video called "I Have Stopped Giving a Crap." Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
Made this one before.
The average
Yeah.
person, they have like a 9 to 5 or something. So they go in and
Yeah.
they flip burgers, or they put on the monkey suit and go to the water cooler and like that and talk about the soccer game. At the end of your life, what exactly have you?
Pause.
What
You have security, your bills paid, a roof over your head, food on the table for you and your
Retirement,
family.
savings?
What? Like you've contributed to society, you paid your taxes. Like, what the is wrong with this guy? Like, honestly, not everybody can just be a dirty leech bum dressed as a pirate sponging off of other people. But he's going to say in this video that anybody who works is a loser and that you shouldn't work in life. Like, it's just a complete fantasy delusion from a man child.
This guy's a piece of By the way, speaking from a special needs woman's bed, while you have two warrants out for your arrest, you dress like a pirate, you have no teeth, and you have no money coming in. And you're like, what have you done with your life? Shut the up.
What do you actually have at the end of your life?
By the way, just because you go to work doesn't mean you don't have any hobbies or interests or passions outside of work. Everybody has to go to work somehow, even if it's just for themselves and they have their own business in order to pay the bills, buddy. Life's not all just one big fantasy party. Do you know what I mean? Where you never have to do anything you don't want to do. In fact, if you don't do the things that you don't want to do and you try and make everything easy in your life, you end up like this bum. You know, you end up looking like a for real.
Goddamn nothing. Fake capitalism is you waddle into your office with your monkey suit on, sit by the water cooler.
What's wrong with wearing a suit? Look at how you're dressed.
Pirate.
This guy's like thinks it's the worst fate in the world to have to wear a suit and tie. Like a lot of people consider that like being dignified, taking care of yourself. Like, oh my God, you actually have to go and shower? You have to put on deodorant in the morning? Not everybody is a stinky bum like you. That, by the way, his exes have stated that he would go months without showering. Just to let you know,
buddy.
Hopefully at noon they let me have 10 minutes at the water cooler so I can discuss soccer with my...
Like, does he think that every single person who works for a living is just like horribly micromanaged down to the last second and is at like the bottom of the totem pole and can't even go take a piss without permission? There are a lot of jobs that are like that, but not everybody's job is like that. And actually, a lot of people do enjoy their jobs, contrary to this guy who's never actually worked a job's belief. A lot of people actually enjoy the that they do every day. Do you know? But
yeah,
friend.
This is like this is a person's idea of work that's never actually been to work. He watched Office Space and he thinks that that's what going to work is.
He thinks he's free. He's the one winning. Oh, look at my life, guys. Buddy, it's a bum lifestyle.
That you meet up with and you drink because you want to...
having social interactions with coworkers and drinking.
No, the projection. He's the one that drinks every day to forget. So he just assumes that everybody is drinking all day to forget their problems, you know? Yeah. At least when they're going out and drinking with their coworkers at a social function, they aren't drinking alone in somebody's bedroom, in their parents' bedroom, or a retard's bedroom, you know?
Forget about all of your various problems in life, your shitty relationship and stuff.
Your shitty relationships that have failed, and that's why you're here, bro. Come on. The projection is insane.
I forgot how much I hated Styx. I honestly did. You know, my rage of Jer is like overshadowed, and now I'm like remembering. No,
I actually hate Styx more than pretty much anybody we cover. Yeah. Like, I actually have just a visceral, like, pure hatred in my heart for him and people like him. And what's funny is the other day I saw, because there's like a separate tab on Twitter DMs now between messages and conversations. And I think conversations are with people that you don't follow or don't follow you. And the only person over there in conversations is Styx. And I was reading the DMs this guy was sending to me where he said he would take everything from me and he was going to get me fired from this show and he was going to talk to you and he was tight with you and you were going to fire me. And I messed with the wrong guy. And I just laughed.
And I DM'd you like, is this guy okay? What the fuck's wrong with this?
Because shit's just laughable at this point. Like, he thought he was so far above me, so far above everybody else, so pretentious and up his own ass. And now look at him. He's a bum.
Basically, the lifestyle that a lot of people are living. I would encourage you to abandon that lifestyle. Yes, I'm openly encouraging you to abandon it.
And do what?
What do you mean?
And do what?
And be poor?
Like, are you gonna pay people's bills?
You know,
Are
what
you
the
gonna
fuck?
provide them with resources and put food on their table? Like, what a loser.
Look, yeah, I get it. Work is boring, but like, you have to like do stuff.
Well,
anyway,
Taro was all like,
this is
Taro
crazy.
was completely delusional. People are like questioning like how he could think that that was the case, that Andy was, you know, he honestly believes that it's like eternally 2018.
Yeah.
And so like he actually was like, you owe your entire existence to Andy and da da da. Like it was actually insane.
It's
Like
actually
it really
retarded.
it really was. Like for him, it's eternally 2018 or 2016 even, and anybody who wasn't around then isn't anything or anybody. And he believed that Andy, who's like I was living with Andy at that time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was gonna betray you.
We were living together under the same had been working on this show for like two and a half years. 2.5 years at that point, right? That Andy was going to blow up the show and go do a show with Styx or something, like, because Andy had talked to Styx a handful of times on the internet
6 years ago.
That's actually what he believed.
He's so stupid.
You should be sooner living in a garbage can and scrounging cigarette butts off of the asphalt outside of the local gas station than living that sort of lifestyle.
Did you guys hear what he just said?
Yeah.
Could we repeat that?
He said that you should go live homeless on the sidewalk and scavenge cigarette butts to survive rather than actually contribute to society by working a real job. How about no? How about you? I mean, you're basically one step from that, but how about you go be homeless, buddy?
He's such a loser.
Encourage you to abandon that lifestyle. Yes, I'm openly encouraging you to abandon it. You should be sooner living in a garbage can and scrounging cigarette butts off of the asphalt outside of the local gas station than living that sort of lifestyle. It would be more fulfilling. You'd be surprised, actually. I've lived that lifestyle.
Whoa!
Have you? What? No, he hasn't. He's lived with his parents his entire life. He's not actually been a homeless person.
It's a great life. Are you stupid?
This is ridiculous, dude.
But at the very least, it would be best not to be a slave. Think about it. You go to your 9 to 5. Aren't you technically a slave?
No,
you have
because you voluntarily agreed to go there, and you could voluntarily go to another employer. Do you know what I mean? Like, because you agreed to do a job in exchange for compensation does not mean that you're a slave. Now, you can say they're a wage slave, you know, but it doesn't make you actually a slave. Okay?
To go there, otherwise you get shit canned. On the weekends, you're allowed to not be a slave. You're a good little puppy.
By the way, if you were a slave and you weren't there, they would kill you. But you're not a slave, so they fire you or write you up.
And you get patted on the head. And sometimes you even get a full-on vacation. Wow.
Oh, you know what's great?
This guy
and money.
This guy, yeah. This guy literally lives off of the donations of people who have jobs.
Yeah.
So you're the slave to the slave then, aren't you, you ignoramus? Like, imagine shitting on your own audience and the people who make it possible for you to survive by calling them slaves, thinking that you're above them, looking like that, strung out of your mind like you are. You.
Amazing. Say, we're going to throw out all the regulations. Burn the books. You know, go to a third world country. It'll be like, here's your hot dog, sir.
Pause.
They didn't sign any papers.
So Taro just said that he wants to eliminate all regulations of every kind in America. So like he wants to eliminate all food and safety regulations. And it says, if you go to the third world, you're going to get a cheap, good hot dog. Has he seen the food that they serve in India? Like, is this guy actually for real?
I actually watched a bunch of videos. You see the Indian man making burgers with his feet?
I did see that.
You
That
did.
was grimy.
That was the worst.
That was grimy,
That was
buddy.
actually crazy.
To sell the hot dog. Oh, but
Let me see if
some
I can find
people
it.
might get sick. Who gives a
He doesn't care if people get sick because he's sick in the fucking head. So, some people might get sick. Who cares? Just race to the bottom. Let them poison the food and the water supply. It. That's Tarl's vision of the world. Thank God people like him don't have power and will never have power and are always defeated by their own stupidity and immaturity.
You know, I searched
him.
Indian feet burger, and there's a million videos.
Why
like
would you
that.
search that?
Look at this.
Oh, man. Why?
Usuarios.
Why?
La grabación comenzó a circular rápidamente en distintas.
This is your Tarl Warwick world where you're just allowed to prepare food however you want and there's no health inspector. Like there's laws and regulations for a reason, you moron. Okay, so big update with Nikki.
Wow, Nikki's back.
Nikki is apparently married to a new man. So she says she's magically found a 6.5 foot tall man who already owns a home where they will start a polycule and then they'll have their land and buy goats and have a preppy hippie commune and or cult. And he owns a nice camera and is going to join Nikki in making YouTube videos. And his name is Dennis. And she says, eat and die. Everyone who said that she couldn't do that and couldn't move up in life, you, and she's out. See you next week, Nikki.
Yeah. There you go. She wins. We saw him before. Remember he was like the biker looking dude?
Yeah. So Tarl made this video and I edited it down from like 12 minutes to 1.5 minutes. And he made a video mocking rich people for eating fancy food. And it's just so obvious that he's never actually eaten anything of value or that's good in his entire life. Like he has the ultimate uncultured white trash poor person's mentality on what rich people eat. Like it's again things that he's seen in movies that he doesn't understand. Let's have a listen.
Okay.
Oh, right, everyone. It's time to talk about rich person food. Yeah, because I was born in poverty.
By the way, oh my
I'd
God.
rather
He's
have
poor!
Steak, lobster. Oh my God, all that. Oh, it's so. No, it's not even rich like people food.
have a bunch of fried fish sticks, you know, from a frozen
like
bag
regular
or something
food.
like that.
So that's
I've had
what
lobster
he eats is frozen fish sticks.
Anything
And he
above
believes
that
it's yes. And he's saying that anything above that is garbage and overpriced and disgusting and blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Ironically, lobster was poor food back in the day. That's true.
Times.
So he
I
does
didn't
this
like it
whole thing. He does that whole bit, Andy, about how lobster used to be food for prisoners and now rich people like it. But like Styx doesn't realize that the reason why it was food for prisoners was because they didn't know how to properly prepare lobster by actually like boiling it alive.
Yeah.
So that it didn't release the stress toxins or whatever into it that made it taste like and instead he came up with his own delusional idea that it must have been a free-thinking criminal, like a rich criminal that went to prison and then introduced it to his friends. Like it was not worth.
God, he's so stupid. Raw Sauce Bro for 5 subs. BMX Beats for a sub. And Wordwinson for a sub. And Quartering Search History for a sub. Thank you so much. Thanks, Raw Sauce Bro, for butt.
Single time that I ate it, it was like, okay, it's edible. Guess you're spending
Compared to
$500-600 per plate.
What do you mean you're
same
spending
food.
$500 or $600 per plate, buddy?
What are you?
What are you talking about? Like he doesn't know what the he's talking about.
Like, yo, that's crazy.
Where did he go where he's spending $500 or $600 a plate? This never happened.
No, this is like
That I could cook for you. You give me.
No, you couldn't. Styx, you could not cook Michelin star food. I'm sorry. Like that's delusional, bro. He actually thinks that he can cook anything that you have at a fancy restaurant himself for less. That's what he believes. It's nonsense.
Buddy.
$20. I can probably get the ingribedients and cook exactly the same thing.
That's crazy.
Tarl, you can't get a ribeye steak and lobster for $20, Tarl. Like, and that's not even what we're talking about either. Like
the preparation is like very like you have to be. He couldn't make you a bowl of cereal. He'd up somehow. He put too much milk or something. This is crazy. Prove it. Quartering just blocked someone. By the way, he's still melting.
Of course, he's still melting down. Yeah.
And I'll probably cook it better.
Okay, die.
No, you won't.
Sorry.
No, you won't, bro. No, you won't, Taro. You won't.
I just screamed out die.
These rich bitch establishments, by the way, most of them, they all the time.
No, they don't.
They bring you back if they it up.
Taro, are you insane?
Is he insane?
Like he actually has no idea what goes into the culinary arts whatsoever. Like he doesn't even know what he doesn't know. But he speaks with such confidence and authority, just straight out of his ass.
They're not even that good. Oh, we have this limited edition arugula. Oh,
that's not what
pile of arugula.
Limited edition arugula. What the are you talking about? No restaurant. Bro, come on, bro.
Tell me you've
come
never
on.
ate at a. By the way, not even like we're
this
not
guy
even
didn't
talking
even
about
watch Hell's Kitchen. He hasn't even seen Hell's Kitchen to even know.
He's never.
Do you know what I mean? He's not even at that level.
Or he's never even eaten at like a East Side Mario's. Like not even like a.
Do you know what I mean?
The keg or like,
the fancy limited edition arugula. Yeah, I'm sure.
What are you? The Charizard arugula, like the hollow.
That's what fast food places have is limited edition. Taro. That's not what's going to happen at an actual restaurant.
You know, give me some crinkle fries and some frozen fish sticks. I'll be perfectly happy. Nah.
Okay, well then go ahead and eat that.
No, I'll just get a frozen pizza and I'll adulterate it myself. You got.
I'm going ahead of the keg this weekend because
he is claiming, by the way, that no restaurant out there can make a pizza better than a frozen pizza that he puts in the oven.
Are you?
That's what he just claimed.
Is this rage bait? No, it's not.
No, he actually believes this because he's actually such an uncultured, delusional swine. Like he really believes this.
He's such a
No, I'll just get a frozen pizza and I'll adulterate it myself.
Adulterate it?
What do you mean by adulterate it? Because he claimed that they're trying to charge $100 per pizza now. Like,
okay, where?
I think this guy is so broke that he just hasn't had money in like 6 years or something. Like, I know inflation is bad, but it's not $100 for a pizza, man. You know, this is what he's like. All these pizza places, it's $100, and I could just make my own pizza. Like, he didn't even say make his own pizza. He said put a frozen pizza in and adulterate it, whatever that fucking means.
You know what I always say when I eat like a frozen pizza? I go, I wish this was Boston pizza or something. You know, like I always go, I feel like ordering a real pizza, you know?
To pay 100 times as much as you should have paid for exactly the same.
No, it's not. It's not the same.
The exact same. I'm sorry.
Buddy.
Like these people have learned advanced techniques, and like the preparation on some of this stuff takes hours and hours, Taro. Like it's not you put it in the microwave and hit the button, bud, or you put it in the oven for 30 minutes at 425. Like I know that's what you think all cooking is, but it's not.
Okay, everyone's is melting down. When I meant Boston pizza, it's not like Boston pizza. It's a place called Boston Pizza.
Yeah, no one knows what the that is, Andy. That exists in Canada. So in Canada, for whatever reason, we have the most retarded names for our restaurants, like, and one of them is a pizza chain called Boston Pizza.
It is so good, man. Oh my god, I want to go this weekend. Actually,
oh my god,
you don't like Boston Pizza?
Right.
What's your pizza place?
There's a time and a place for Boston Pizza, okay? But I'm not going to say that that's like the high end of pizza. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
I'm not saying that either.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just saying it's better than frozen pizza, right?
Of course, it's everything.
I know.
I actually I won't eat frozen pizzas. Like, I don't find them to be any good.
They're garbage,
at all.
dude.
I think all of them are like, people are like, no, bro, DiGiorno's or Dr. Utker or whatever the no, it's shit. I don't know.
I have to put like sauce, like ranch or blue cheese or sauce. I gotta lather it in.
It doesn't make any sense in any way, shape, or form. I just don't get it. I'm trying to wrap my mind around it. I'm drawing a blank. That's about all.
Oh my god, the full form of that video was so insufferable. Okay, all right, that's enough of Taro.